What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, episode 9 coming in, and in today's episode we will be focusing on getting the quest cape. Now I have got 23 quests left to do and quite a lot of mini quests, which we will start with first, and then we will move our way back up and do a lot of the remaining quests, which will mostly be the Grandmaster quests like Desert Treasure 2, Monkey Madness 2, and those kind of quests. So let's get right into it because there's a lot of progress to be made in this video. Okay, so I didn't get to record it, but some people, they think they're smart and they drop loads of loot here just through the barrier, and I just managed to pick up a Dragon Fire Shield. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might keep it, but I might also sell it because it's like 4 mil free money right here, boys. I think as soon as I talk to this guy, we'll have the very first mini quest done, which is, there it is, Bear Your Soul, which gives me the Soul Bearer, and I will put the reward, or actually what it does, on screen. It's very nice. It basically teleports sold heads to your bank if you use it on them. You have to charge it up though, but it's mainly used for Slayer. Very first mini quest done though. Next up is Daddy's Home, and I don't know how I haven't actually completed it yet, since I've already done some renovations on people's houses, getting my construction up to level 65, but whatever, we'll get it done now. Let's talk to Marlowe over here, if I can find him. There he is, and that should be Daddy's Home completed here. Here we go. Daddy's Home completed. There it is. The Enchanted Key completed. I guess this was used to get new players to understand how the hunting clue steps work in clue scrolls, but for me it was just annoying, just running around Gillinor. But that's another mini quest done. Completion of Family Pest coming in. You have to give this guy 500k at the end of the quest, which will be able to let you have all 3 steel gauntlets, like the Chaos, Cooking, and the Goldsmith's gauntlets simultaneously. You can just speak to the brothers and they'll give you one free of charge. Now for the next mini quest, which is called His Faithful Servants, I actually have to kill the Perros brothers for the very first time on this account. So let's go ahead and do that right now. The setup might look quite scuffed to you, but I will explain in a second why this is actually good. Now the reason I went here with Vulverix is because when you open the chest for the very first time with a full barrels piece or full barrels armor equipped, you get an elite task in the Mauritania area done. So got that out of the way as well. Now that we have the strange icon in our inventory, all that's left to do is talk to this strange old man, go through the monologue, and then his faithful servants will be completed as well. Another mini quest knocked out of the way. Okay, so if I'm correct, as soon as I bury all of these bones, the Hope Spear's Will mini quest will be completed. So let's bury all the bones here. Last one. And ooh, we got 72 prayer, all of that as well. There we go. Hope Spear's Will completed. Yes, finally, the last Tethered Sun page that I have to do. I have to get to complete the book here. Let's pull up a full screen here as I run away. As you can see, 157 red dragons. Now they have a drop rate of 1 in 10 for these pages, so I went a little bit dry. But let's hop over to Logosia at the Arceus Library and finish this little mini quest. There we go, In Search of Knowledge completed. Next up is Major Arena 2. I've got all the requirements, so let's go ahead and get a Major Arena 2 cape. We started off with the Saradomin boss, which dropped the Justiciar hand. Basically, every little demi-boss drops an item, which you have to give to Collodion, and then you can fight the next one. The next one here was the Guthix boss, which ended up dropping the Ent Root, which it always does. I don't know why I said which ended up dropping, but you give that one to Collodion as well. And then we went over to the last one, which was the Zamorak one, which drops a Demon Heart. And once you give all 3 items here to Collodion, you will be able to get the Mage Arena 2 cape. And since I had the Saradomin cape, I will let Collodion imbue it. Imbue it, there we go. Mage Arena 2 completed, and also the best in slot Mage Cape achieved. At this point we went off and done a lot of quests. We got the Corsair Curse done, the Clock Tower quest done, along with the ethically acquired antiquities. Try saying that 3 times in a row. The Garden of Death done for a nice 10,000 farming XP. Getting Ahead done. After that we went and done the First Light. It was a quest in Varlamore. Meet and Greet, another quest in Varlamore. A Poor Kind of Interest, and then we went over to the Heart of Darkness quest, where you have to kill the Amoxliaddle. It's a little mini boss, nothing too difficult. So there it is, the Heart of Darkness completed. Up next was the Path of Glovery for 30k Strength XP, 20k Slayer XP, and a couple of other skills. Devious Minds after that for 1 quest point. And lastly, in the easy tier quest, Death on the Isle completed as well. And now for the more difficult quests coming in. Sins of the Father, we started with that one where you have to kill Vanstrom Claws. Now he killed me 2 or 3 times, but at the end we got the better of him. Very difficult boss fight in my opinion for such a quest, but we got access to Darkmire, a Tome of Experience, access to the Blisterwood equipment, Draken's Medallion, Darkmire teleport, and a total of 285 quest points at this point. And we used all of the experience points on Slayer, which got us to 80 Slayer, so we can now kill Necreals. Fremennik Exiles completed here for 2 quest points, 50,000 Slayer XP, 50,000 Crafting XP, and 30,000 Runecraft XP. Next up was the Curse of Araf for 2 quest points, 40k Mining XP, 40k Thieving XP, and 40k Agility XP. So we managed to kill Glove first try here, nothing too surprising with our current stats though. For the completion of Monkey Madness 2, 4 quest points, 80k Slayer XP, 60k Agility XP, 50k Thieving XP, and 50k Hunter XP. We also get access to the Crash Side Cavern where the demonic gorillas are, so we can hunt ourselves a couple of Zenyte shards for big money. We then continued on with Dragon Slayer 2, where we had to kill Vorkath for the very first time, and it would definitely not be the last time. The quest version of him was very easy, but he could just not match our superior PVM skills. After that, we had ourselves a little rumble with Galvak. He was very easy. I didn't die once, trust me. And we completed ourselves the Dragon Slayer 2 quest. Like I said, Dragon Slayer 2 completed for a whopping 5 quest points, access to the Myths Guild, loads of XP, and we're now at a total of 301 quest points. Next up was the Secrets of the North quest, where we had to kill the Phantom Muspa really quickly. And what do you know, Secrets of the North completed for 2 quest points, access to the Phantom Muspa in the future, and loads of XP rewards. Beneath Cursed Sands completed, which we needed to do the Tombs of a Massacred raid in the very far future. Got that one out of the way as well. While Gothic Sleeps completed for 5 quest points, access to the ancient Gothixian temple, which gives us access to the tormented demons, and loads of XP rewards, currently sitting at 310 quest points. So this is the part where we have to do a little bit of skilling. For Desert Treasure 2, the Fallen Empire, I don't have all the skill requirements yet. I need 75 fire making for that. And if we scroll down here towards the Song of the Elves, if I can actually find it, there it is, the Song of the Elves. I need 2 more. I need 70 construction and 70 herblore. So let's get that knocked out really quick and then continue on questing. As soon as I finish this little contract, we should get 70 construction. There it is, 70 construction done. I got a total of 518 points, and I'm going to buy the Amy Saw really quickly for another quick collection log. Now they updated this a couple weeks ago where you can actually offhand it now. You can swap it to your offhand and hold your staff. There it is, 70 herblore coming in, 75 fire making coming in. So a little while ago they changed the reward system, and the way you do it now is you pull from this reward card instead of having all these loot boxes in your bank. So let's go ahead and search this reward card and see if we get any uniques. I'm going to just do a big search. I don't know actually what it does, but we'll see. Let's go. So we've gotten ourselves 2 extra torches right here, which you can give to Ignitia, and she will give you 2 extra reward crates. Now we've gotten 1 Pyromancer piece, which was the Pyromancer garb. So if you trade in these, you get another supply crate, and that's another extra chance to get a Pyromancer piece. Let me get another crate right here. Yes, let's open them. Coins and Quorum Seeds, never lucky. After the completion of Dragon Slayer 2, you can add another teleport location to your dig site pendant, which is the Lithcran Vault. So if you ever get a Slayer task for the Rune or Adamant Dragons, it teleports you straight there. After getting our skill requirements for the remaining 2 quests out of the way, I started off with the Song of the Elves. We fought the Fragment of Seren, which gave me a hard time because I died like 3 times, mainly because I wasn't keeping my health up high enough. It was my own fault. But we got it done in the end. Song of the Elves done, 4 quest points, access to Priv Dinas, which gives us access to things like Zalcano and the Gauntlet, and 40,000 XP in a lot of different skills. So nice bunch of XP right there. A night at the theater coming in right here. All you have to do is basically do 1 little theater of blood. All of the bosses in there are downskilled anyway. I mean, they're easier since it's a little quest version. But there it is. A night at the theater completed for 2 quest points and 4 antique lamps. And there it is. I saved the best for last. Desert Treasure 2, the Fallen Empire. the last quest I have to complete in order to get my quest cape. The first boss of the quest that we fought was Vardorvis. Now this fight is very hectic when you do it for the very first time. He's flying across your screen, axes are flying across, you get these blood clots on your screen, but in the end we got the best of him. We whip him for 23 and we claim the temple key off of him. Next up was Cassandre, and all you have to do is run around, get your range gear on. I had a dragon crossbow here with some diamond dragon bolts E, and all I did was just run around, kite him around the room, and hope I'd get some big hits in, and he falls eventually as well. Next boss, 2 out of the 4 coming in, is the Leviathan, and in my opinion a very enjoyable boss fight. The mechanics are really fun. At some point you have to stay within this little white orb, you have to keep prayer flicking, or prayer switching, sorry, and you have to keep attacking him. Very fun boss to do, and we kill him for 15k loot, which is 101 gold ore. We made a Arclight really quick because the next boss coming up is the Duke Seculus, and the Arclight is almost best in slot there unless you have a scythe, but I obviously do not have a scythe. The third out of the 4 bosses coming up, Duke Seculus, like I said in the previous clip where we made the Arclight. Now this boss is really easy. Nothing compared to the other bosses in here. All you have to do is basically dodge the toxic gas and dodge his stomp attacks and just keep attacking him in between, and eventually he will drop. We did quite decent in this fight, and we got a very good drop as well. 512k for 1 kill. I cannot complain about that. So since the Whisperer is coming up and I had to mage him, I had to upgrade my mage gear because I was still rocking the blood bark and I had a little bit of money in my account. I opted to invest into full rims, which is obviously way better than the blood bark that I was using. I also bought myself some infinity boots and just in general just upgraded my entire mage gear. The last boss coming in, which was the Whisperer, and in my opinion the most difficult one. There's a little bit of a learning curve to this one, but in the end we got it done first try for some adamantite ore, which was roughly like 150k. After killing all of the bosses, I had to take care of this mysterious figure, which dropped the Whisperer's medallion back to us, so we can now make ourselves up for the last fight. So in the last fight, you have to kill 4 little demi-bosses. This is the last one, Person the Deceitful. I wasn't gonna bore you guys with 5 to 6 minutes of me doing the last bosses, which isn't really that entertaining to watch anyway. But here it is, the end of Desert Treasure 2. You get this little cutscene, and that should be it for the quest. After that little cutscene is completed, we finish Desert Treasure 2, the Fallen Empire, and we also get ourselves all of the quests completed for the quest cape. 5 quest points, the Ring of Shadows, 3 Ancient Lamps, and we have now access to all of the 4 bosses that come with the Desert Treasure 2 quest. So there it is, Desert Treasure 2 completed, the last quest we needed to do for the quest cape. As you can see, 170 out of 170 quests completed. There's only one thing left to do now, and that is to actually pick up the quest cape. I'm also going to trade this Mysterious Bandit because I want a couple more Ring of Shadows, and this guy should sell it for about 75k a piece. There it is. I reckon I'll just buy 2 more extra now. Always handy to have a few placeholders. Let's talk to the wise old man here, and he should sell us the quest cape. Can I buy a quest point cape, please? 99k. We'll cough that up really quick. And there it is. And when we equip it and actually perform the emote, it's at the bottom here somewhere. Skill cape. We should also unlock an elite diary for the Lumbridge and Draenor area. As soon as this finishes, at least. You have to wait out the whole... There it is. Elite task completed, and we're gonna go ahead and go to Falador, because then that's another achievement. Since getting the quest cape, I've gotten loads of junk from the quests, and if you go to the wise old man, he'll have the ability to remove all that junk that you don't need anymore. Let's go to more. Can you check my items for junk? And all of this in my bank is junk, so I can remove it all. Confirm, and that should save up a lot of spaces in my bank. Let's go back to my bank and check it out really quick. Okay, still a lot of junk in there, but we'll get rid of that at some point ourselves. So I watched that recording back really quick just to see how many bank spaces we had before and after. We started with 732 in here, and now it's 668. So he removed 64 junk items from my bank, which is really quick and really nice. Look at me, I'm a beast! So here we are doing the skill cape emote of the quest point at the top of the Falador castle as well, since that is also an elite diary requirement for the Falador area. Alright everybody, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm actually going to end the video here. In today's episode, we've gotten ourselves the quest point cape, and I thought this would be a fitting point to end the video with. We unlock loads of new things by getting the quest point cape. Mainly think of like a Vorkath, a Phantom Mospa, the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, demonic gorillas. Loads of content to dive into in the future with this account. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I don't really have an outro